Hello all, welcome to Raj Informatica. Please subscribe my channel. If you like my videos, please like, comment and subscribe. Hello all, today's topic is SQL Server installation in your system. So if I want to install SQL Server database, what we have to do and how to create a new user in SQL Server and how to create a database schema and tables, etc. We'll learn in this, and also we will see how to create a ODBC connections and relational connections in PowerCenter, and also we'll see how to create a mapping by using SQL Server source to target, and also we'll see how to create the connections in IICS SQL Server connections, and also we'll create a mapping by using SQL Server database as source and target. So without wasting time, we'll start. So first you need to download SQL Server. To download SQL Server, go to Google and you write it download SQL Server. Just download SQL Server. Click on the first option. Here you scroll down and click on this option, Express. So you come to this. You have to just download SQL Server. The first one you can select and scroll down and select Express Edition. Download now. So it will download this one. So based on your internet speed, it will download. So it is downloaded. So go to your downloads location and right click on it, run as administrator, click on yes. Once you click on yes, you need to select basic first here. Then after that, accept. So in C drive or D drive, you can select wherever you want. Install. So based on your internet speed, it will download. So it will take some time. So please wait until it installed. So I will wait till it installed. So it is downloading. It is downloaded. Now it is installing. So just wait till install. So it will take maybe 1 minute. So let's wait for 1 minute. Yeah. Now it is installed successfully. So SQL Server Express Edition is installed successfully. So now what you have to do? You have to install SQL Server Management Studio. So click on Install SQL Server Management Studio and download SQL Server Management Studio. And you can download this free download. You can download it and you can save. So meanwhile it will download. So you can close this. So this is your connection string and folder where it is installed, all these things. Click on close and exit. Yeah. So once it is done, now check your downloads. How much it is download? So it is 2 minutes left. So let's wait for 2 minutes. It is downloaded. So this window will appear once it is downloaded. What you have to do, right click, run as administrator. Click on yes and install. So let it be the C drive only, or you can install in D drive also, that's your wish. So it will install now and very soon. Let's wait for a minute. So it is installed successfully, setup completed. So let's close this. So now what you have to do, the first step is go to search. So and you can search with SQL Server Management Studio. Open it. Once you open SQL Server Management video, so what you have to do, here you will get it, your laptop name, SQL Express. Okay. Here you select Windows Authentication. Normally this will be the default one, maybe. So you can select Windows Authentication and connect. Once you select connect, it will connect. Okay. Now the next step is you have to create a. So what we have done, we have completed SQL Server installation, SQL Server Manager Studio installation. Now we need to create a new login. So how to create a new login? Go to Security, Logins, right click on the login, New Login. So now I am giving a login name. You can give your own name. I am giving a login name called test user underscore IICS, or just test user is fine. Test underscore user I given. Okay. So click on SQL Server Authentication and give the password. I am giving the password as admin, but you should not forget it. If you give the password, you should not forget it. Okay, and uncheck this three options. Enforce password policy. You should uncheck it. Yes, please. Then click on OK. Once I click on OK, you can see here test user is created. Now what you have to do is right click on the test user, go to properties. Once you go to the properties, go to server roles. Here you can check these things. Better you check all these things. So better you check all these things. Enough. Now come to user mappings. And here you check master. Okay. And then come to securables. Okay, here there are many grants are there, but you cannot select all the grants at a time. So I'm maximizing it. So what we can do, but I cannot grant all at a time. So few of them connect SQL, okay, and a few alters you can, okay. So and mainly we need these create things. Okay, so whatever we have create these things, okay, and select all like this, connect these things, connect SQL, connect any database. Okay, so you can, if you want, you can select all. Okay, so I selected everything, maybe. Yes, better select everything. Okay, to avoid the confusion. So it will not take much time. Just select everything. Okay, so I selected everything. Okay, then click on OK. So once I click on OK, yes, please. So user is created successfully. Now what you have to do? You have to go to services and check whether SQL Server service is running or not. So you can services, you can open it. Under services, you search with SQL Server. So let me search SQL Server. If you see the SQL Server, this should be up and running. This SQL Server browser also, okay, if you don't have it, so it is disabled, right? So better enable it. The SQL Server browser, enable it. So here under general, okay. So give automatic, apply, okay, and start. So whatever we have, a SQL Server is up and running. If you have any other SQL Server services, just go to general and automatic, apply, okay, and start it. If they don't start, that's not a problem. But if you can try, see it is not working, leave it. This is okay. So mainly this one is working now. SQL Server Express is okay. Agent, if it is not running, not a problem, but browser should be in running status. That's it. Now close, okay. Then what you do? Disconnect it. Just refresh first. Disconnect this and connect. Now here you should select this one and SQL Server Authentication. My login is okay. So just 1 second, please. 1 second. So what I'll do is now, I'll just connect again with my Windows authentication only. Connect. Once I connected, okay, right click on it. Under properties, in the properties, go to security. Under security, here you should select this SQL Server and Windows mode authentication both. By default, it is Windows authentication mode. But here select this and click on OK. Okay. Yeah. Server is restarted. Click on OK. Now, okay. So now disconnect and connect. While you connecting, now here under authentication, you just select SQL Server authentication. My user is test_user and the password is admin. Remember the password, connect. Okay. So if the error is like this, now what to do? You have to restart the services. If the error is the same, you go to SQL Server services. Under here, you just restart the SQL Server. Let me find out SQL Server. Let me find out here Microsoft SQL Server actually. So you can go to 1 second, please wait. Let's come to SQL Server. Just wait guys, 1 second. Yeah, just open services and come to SQL Server Express, restart it. Just you can restart. So it will take some time to restart. It is restarted. So wait for 1 or 2 minutes after restarting. So I just restarted. Now better close and open MS SQL Server Management Studio. Open it. Once you open, okay. So you have to log in with your new login which you created. So under here you select SQL Server user. So here you select test user. I'm giving test user and my password is admin. Connect. So now it is connected. Okay. So this is how you need to connect it to your test. That means your user. Once you're done, the first step is right click on it and new query. Okay. So select the new query. A new query editor will open. Now first we need to create a database. So what I am doing, I'm just executing this statement. Create database name. My database name is Raj1. Select it and execute it. So it is created. Next, so you can use this statement, use DB Raj1, that is database name, execute. Successful. Next, go. So you can type go and select execute. Next, I am creating a SRC schema. I am creating a schema called SRC schema. Execute. Schema is created. Next, again, you can go. You can enter go. So it will execute. Now, I am creating a table under my schema. If you see here, create table SRC, my database name is DB Raj1. My schema name is SRC schema. And my table name is under SRC schema I am creating. If you want to create any table, like Oracle, you need to create schema name dot table name and column names and data types. Execute. Once a table is created, I am inserting 2 records into this table. So insert into SRC schema. I'm just executed. Now what to do? If you want, you can see how many records into that schema. In this schema, I have these many records. So execute. Okay, just select it and execute. So I have 2 records. This is how you need to create a login. You need to create a database. You need to create a schema. And you need to create table and insert the records. Now, if you want to check these tables in the left side pane, left side connection window, you can refresh it first. Refresh this. Come to databases. Here see, the DB Raj1 is created on the left side Under this tables, one table is created. This is the table. src schema.locationsviews is created. So this is how you need to create a user in SQL Server, a database in SQL Server, a schema in SQL Server, and a table in SQL Server, and how to insert the records into SQL Server. Now we need to create a ODBC connection in PowerCenter. Before going to that, there is an important step is pending. The step is you need to go to connection manager here, ODBC connection manager. So you can go to connection manager. Let me check 1 second. Let me check the connection manager. Give me 1 minute. So now what you have to do here, you configuration manager. You try to search with SQL Server 22 configuration manager. Open this. Click on yes. Here the main important thing you need to do is in the left side window, you select one by one. Here nothing is there. You select this, nothing is there. No. So select this down arrow mark. Now this is very important. In any of this, one will be there, protocols for SQL Express. In the protocols for SQL Express, you double click on TCP IP, enable this. What you have to do, it is disabled. You need to enable this. Come to IP addresses. So here, what you have to do is, this TCP IP is enabled. Right click on it, enable. So enable. Once this is enabled, just check any other TCP IPs are there. Nothing is there. If you have any TCP IPs, you can select. I don't have any other. If you see, I don't have any other TCP IPs. Later, again come to the TCP IP, double click on it, come to IP addresses, scroll down. Here, you should select 1433. You should select 1433. Yes, what to do? Come to this, whatever you enabled, double click on it, IP addresses, scroll down, TCP port 1433, apply, okay, okay. Then close this. Once you close, better you restart your services. Right click on the services, SQL Server Express, then restart. So it will take 1 minute to, it will just take within seconds, it will restart. Now what we will do, we'll go to Informatica PowerCenter. We'll go to Informatica PowerCenter and we'll create a ODBC connection for SQL Server database. How to do this? In few minutes, I'm just showing you. Now we are creating ODBC connections in Informatica PowerCenter. So that means this table, whatever the table we have locations US, this I want to see in PowerCenter. I want to bring it to PowerCenter. How? Before that, you need to copy something. What are those? The first thing is, so when you disconnect and connect, you will get this one, correct? You copy this and paste it in Notepad. So your host name and your this and your login name, you copy paste here, and your password, you can put it your password. Okay, remember password, connect. Then your database name. What is the database name? DB Raj. DB Raj 1. These are the details you require to connect it to PowerCenter. So now open Informatica PowerCenter. Connect it to the repository first. Now what you do? Open any folder. I'm just opening this folder. So open any folder. What you have to do now? So go to sources, import from database. Click on 3 dots. Click on add. Here select new SQL Server protocol. Data Direct 7.1 new SQL Server protocol. Click on finish. Data source name. I'm giving ODBC underscore SQL Server source, ODBC underscore SQL Server source connection. So the host name you can give, otherwise the best option is click on add. So here there are two things actually, Oracle's new protocol or this. When I select new protocol, it is asking this. When I select the old one, Oracle, this one, SQL Server protocol, yeah. So now it is asking data. So better what to do? Click on add, 3 dots, add. This one you select, second one. Don't select the first one. So anyone you can select, but better select the second one. SQL Server wire protocol, click on finish. Data source name, ODBC, SQL Server, source connection. Now server, your server name is this. Your server name is, this is your server name. This is your server name. Yes, please. And database name. DB Raj1 is your database name. Now click on test connect. Connection established. Okay. Okay. Now which one we just created? We created ODBC underscore SQL Server underscore source. We have given. Then what will ask? It will ask username, username, password. What is your username? Test user. You connect it to here. And username it will come here. Same thing. And the password admin. Connect. Now click on all. Here if you see, whatever my source schema I created under DB Raj1, I have created a schema called under DB Raj1. I have created a schema called SRC schema. That is where it is showing here. Click on it. Tables, locations, yes. Click on OK. My source is imported. Now what to do? I will create a target table. What I will do now? I will create a target table now. To create a target table, what I will do is, I will create one more schema. Target schema I am creating. In the SQL Server, what I am doing, I am creating a target schema, TGT schema. I am creating TGT schema and then TGT table. TGT table. Okay. So I am executing them. Go and table. Now what I will do, I will create a target connection. Come to target, targets, import from database, click on the 3 dots. Again select add. Here the second one, SQL Server protocol, click on finish. Data source name, ODBC underscore, SQL Server, target connection. So server is the same server. Server is same. This is your server, or I have created here, right? So where I copied here. This is your server. Okay. So in the PowerCenter, you put the server here and the database name. And what is database name? DB Raj1. Okay, this is the database name. And click on test connect. Established. Apply. Okay. Okay. Now here you select SQL Server, ODBC SQL Server target. Username is your test user and password is admin. Password is admin. Connect. So click on all. Now here we got target scheme also. In that locations we use TGT. So now my source is having how many records? My source is having 2 records. And my target is having 0 records. And my target, this is my target table. My target is having, in different schema it is having 0 records. Now when I run the mapping, these 2 records should come to target. Okay, now create a mapping. M underscore. Okay. M underscore locations vs TGT. So drag the source to here under SQL Server and drag the target locations vs TGT. Create a mapping. So once you create a mapping, what to do? So this is your mapping, SQL Server, source and SQL Server target. So mappings, generate workflow. I am generating a workflow with a reusable session. Click on next, next, finish. Now come to Workflow Manager. Under Workflow Manager, first create the relational connections. Create the relational connections. Go to Connections, Relational, click on New, SQL Server, click on OK. Here you give REL underscore SQL Server source connection. SQL Server source connection. Username, you can give the username. This username you can give. So here is my username here. This is my username and this is my password. And now database server name also you should give. Database name and server name also you should give. So what is the database name? DB1. What is the server name? This is server name. You should give the server name, database name and server name. Then click on OK. Close it. So I created source relation connection for SQL Server. Now create a target relation connection. Create a target relation connection. So create new SQL Server. Select SQL, Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, here you write it REL underscore SQL Server target connection. So the username, the same things, test user, and the password admin, and this is the same thing, database name DB Rajwan, and the server name, this is server name. Yes, please click on OK. Close. Now open the workflow which we just generated. The workflow generated is locations vs TGT. So this is the one. So go to Workflow Manager, open the task. Now give the source and target connections. My source connection is Microsoft SQL Server source, and the target is Microsoft SQL Server target. Bulk to normal, apply, OK, save. Now start the workflow. It should succeed now. Good, it is failed. Why it is failed? So invalid object name locations vs. Let's see. Okay, let's see, just wait. Okay, the reason for the failure is, so it is saying source table does not exist. When you are working with SQL Server source and tables, source and targets, open the session, you have to give the schema name. So what we have done, under DB, under the same DB underscore Rajwan, we have created two schemas. One is one is TGT schema, one is SRC schema. We created two schemas. So what you do is, you go to session, open the session, select the source. Under owner name, you should give SRC underscore schema. So better copy paste this one, SRC underscore schema. Okay. SRC underscore schema. You select it. Okay. And the target schema is TGT underscore schema. The target table name prefix. Select the target. Come to target table name prefix. Give TGT schema. Apply. Okay. Save it. Now start the workflow. Now check it out. It is succeeded and it has loaded two records. Check the target table. Check the target table in SQL Server. Select star from locations vs TGT. So select it and execute. It got two records loaded. This is how we need to work with. This is all about today's topic. I hope you got good information from my videos. For more information, Please subscribe my channel, like and comment on my videos. Thank you. Thank you all.